Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video. I'm going to be giving you my third update in my 2025 rolling project 10 pan. I actually have 12 products that I'm working on because I do have an eyeshadow quad and a mini blush that I wanted to focus on, but I knew those products would take me all year round, whereas the other 10 products are long haul products and I actually don't have any rollouts, but I'm hoping the other 10 products are products I will at least be able to roll a couple more things in throughout the year. I do have some progress on some things, like I said, no rollouts, but some exciting-ish progress. Definitely the best progress we've ever had on my Rowan quad this month. So if you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, that is what we do over on this channel, and I would love if you'd consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment and do anything else the YouTube algorithm likes for you to do. I would really appreciate it, and without further ado, let's get into the update. All right, I do want to preface this by saying the day that you are seeing this video, I will be flying home from Florida. That is where my daughter and I are going on a spring break trip this year, which I'm so excited about. But that means I am having to pre-film this slightly. So a little less progress maybe than we would have seen, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. And the second thing I wanna say before we get started is the lighting. I don't know what's happening. I have had my makeup on for about 12 hours so far today. So if things are like looking a little wonky, it is what it is. I just wanna get this video filmed, and it's windy, and when it's windy, this weird, like, my windows must not be fully sealed, so you hear this like weird, like, So if you're hearing that, my apologies. Anyway, we can start out with the two products, with the quad and the blush that I have going what I think will be all year. I think there's a couple other products that'll be just about all year. But let's kick it off with my Rowan Mood Forever quad. I just wanted this to be a focus quad this year. I would love to hit 100 uses on this, and I would like to have at least a pan on every single shade within this quad. So this is what the quad is looking like today. We are getting a really, really good dip going on this shade right down here, but still no pans yet. I did have my best use so far this year with this quad, reaching for it 7 total times this month. Not quite 10 times. Maybe my goal should be to try and get 10 uses out of this for the following update. I might end up bringing this with me to Florida, so then maybe I could get some good use out of it. We'll see. But I am at 14 total uses on this quad so far this year. In terms of shade, this shade actually got the most use from me this past rotation. So I ended up reaching for this all 7 times that I reached into this quad, putting me at 9 total uses on this first shade right up here. This shade right here, I reached for 2 additional times this past month, putting me at 5 total uses within this project. The shade down here that has the largest dip going in it, I also reached for 2 times, putting me at 6 total uses. And then this shade down here, I did not reach for at all since the last update, and we are at 2 uses here. Although I have reached for this shadow the most, it is definitely not as emollient as some of the other shades, and I think this one, no matter how, I think this one will take the most amount of uses to hit a pan. So it'll be really interesting to see. I would love to have a pan in this shade by the next update. I do think that's possible, but only time will tell. And then in terms of my Kosas blush, I kind of forgot about this, but have recently began reaching for this again over the last like week and a half. So I've gotten a little bit of use out of it. I'm noticing a little bit of hard panning on this. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You might be able to see in the pictures that I post on the screen. By the way, ignore my nails. I really need to paint them, but I'm waiting until like the day before Florida so that hopefully they last me the whole trip. Anyway, noticing a little bit of hard pan. If I look at this, I feel like maybe I get my brush a little bit more up top, but I feel like we still have a pretty solid dome going here, and I feel like it's I don't know if I'll even be able to like hit pan. I don't know what pan's gonna look like on this when I hit a pan because it is a baked product, but I'm gonna just keep going and see how much we can use in this blush. I do really like this blush. It's a very easy blush to wear kind of just every day. Gives a bit of a subtle sheen to the cheeks, and I do think it is a beautiful formula. Okay, where to next? feel like my Merit blush is probably my next least exciting progress. This is my Merit blush in the shade Beverly Hills. I was more focused on my Say Dewy blushes this past month, trying to hit my usage goal on that. So this is what the Merit blush is looking like. I maybe reached this, I would say actually probably like maybe 4 or 5 times, but I don't think we're gonna see any significant progress here. Hopefully when we get more towards the spring summer months, when I'm reaching for this more frequently, I can get some better use, and we'll have, you know, more exciting progress to share here. But this is how we're looking with the Merit blush. Next up I have my LYS concealer. This is the Triple Fix concealer. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see, the wind is really annoying me. I don't know if you'll be able to see the windowing. I really just don't know where. Like, I don't even really know where to make a line marking. Like, I feel like if I were to make one, it'd maybe be right about here-ish, but I'm also just like, I really don't know. Okay, I'm looking down. Okay, maybe actually, okay, wait, that would be the end of the product. It's so hard to say. Okay, this has been all year. I haven't made a line marking, but we are getting heavy windowing around this area. So I'm gonna make a line marking there, but honestly, who knows? I have been reaching for this, but I've kind of been using this interchangeably with several other concealers. This one matches me best when I have a self tan, like it's almost my skin tone, maybe even like a shade lighter. So it works best for me when I'm using a foundation that's just a little bit darker than my regular skin tone. So I feel like we probably still have a couple more months left of use with this, but I am confident this will be an empty, hopefully by like maybe end of May or sometime around June, so then we can focus on a different concealer the latter half of the year. What do we have next? This is probably another one that I don't feel like the progress is gonna be super exciting. I haven't compared pictures yet, but this is my Laura Mercier Rose Glow highlighter. I've used this some, but I do really like to kind of cycle through my highlighters. I also have the Kaleidos Ray Rider, which I am like trying to hit a pan on this year. I've been trying to focus on highlighters throughout several face palettes as well. I do have like, I mean, there's a good disturbance going on up here, but also I feel like this pan could end up being a really thick pan. I honestly have no clue, but I could totally see that happening. We'll see. My goal with this one is just to hit a pan, and then once I hit a pan, I'll choose another highlighter to work on hitting a pan. I'd honestly be happy if I could even hit like 2 or 3 highlighter pans this year, just to grow the number of pans in my collection. But honestly, as of this moment, I feel like the pan looks like it's very far, far away with that. A product I do have a pan on now, but I feel like my daughter was playing with this because I definitely don't remember hitting this pan. I really don't know what happened with this one. I feel like my daughter was using this. It's my mini Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. I have used this some, but I also got the new powders from What's Up Beauty, which I have been testing and trying and really liking, by the way. So I feel like this isn't something that I've been consistently using, but I am really happy that we now can see the first full ring. Now we have a pan. We did not have a pan last update, and my goal with this one is to finish this off. I do still have 2 full-size Bare Minerals Bare Pro powders in my collection after I finish this, so I have no shortage of these. I would love to get this mini one used up in the next couple of months. Okay, this one is not exciting progress. In fact, I couldn't even make a new line marking, but I've literally used this just about every day. It feels like I've used this a ton. It's my Ilia eyeliner in the shade Dusk. I have been trying to pan this for several years at this point in time, and we still have probably several years to go. That is how much I have left. This is like such a bang for your buck sort of product. I use this just about every single day in my waterline, and it just doesn't move. It just doesn't move. I don't have a lot more to say about that. On the flip side of that, exciting progress with the pencil. I have my Vive Velvet Sands lip liner, and last month I wasn't able to make a new line marking, I don't believe. No, last month I was not able to make a new line marking at all, but this month we had quite the jump. So this is how much I have left. I did finish up my ColourPop lip liner that I had been working on, and so I was able to pretty much primarily focus on this. I did definitely mix in some other lip liners with my Vive Velvet Sands, but I was reaching for this quite a bit. I really like this lip liner with one of my Fenty Beauty gloss bombs topped on top. I feel like it gives this really beautiful lush nude lip effect. I recently said in my plan to pan that I would consider purchasing more of Vive lip liners in the future. I just definitely don't need any new lip liners right now. So, but I do love the formula, and Jamie Genevieve is like the queen of a nude lip. I am hopeful and confident that I can have this as an empty. I think it'll take me most of the rest of the year to finish this up, but honestly, okay, if this jump is any indication, well, I think it'll still take a while. I still think it'll take a while, but I think we can do it. All right, another product with some actual progress this month is my Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. I was not able to make a new line marking last month, but I was this month. So we jumped from here to here. I will say my daughter used this a couple of times, but I was primarily focused on this as my main primer. This doesn't give me everything that I'm looking for in a primer. It does give a really beautiful glow to the skin, but I don't feel like it's as tacky as I'm looking for in a primer. I do like my primers to be a little bit more gripping, and I don't feel like it's the most blurring primer either. So this is not something that I personally would repurchase, and I feel like it's taken me this project pan to kind of realize that. When I first started using this, I really enjoyed this product, but using it consistently, I'm like, the glow that it gives is beautiful, but it is not everything that I personally am looking for in a primer. So I will use this up. I think we can easily finish this well before the end of the year, but I will not, I have no intentions of repurchasing that. All right, another product with some progress is my Oma by Sharon C foundation. So we have a new line marking here as well. Not as good as the last month, but I brought so many new foundations into my collection over the last 6 weeks or so, and I have been trying to test and try those. So my attention has been mostly focused on those, but I've still reached for this a couple times. It definitely is too deep for me, even with a self-tan. So I do typically mix this with my Laura Mercier Real Flawless foundation, and I love the combination of those two together. Definitely pretty full coverage. I don't think we're gonna have any problem finishing this before the end of the year. And we need to finish it this year though, because it is very old in my collection. So I'm excited about the progress here. I think maybe 2 or 3 more months and this will be a foundation empty, which will be exciting to focus on a new foundation after that. Okay, I'm very curious to look at the side-by-side pictures of my Nabla bronzer. And I think after filming this, I think I am going to repress this. It makes me a little bit nervous because it is a baked product. Like, I really don't know, like, am I gonna regret that? But I'm very curious to see. I feel like the pan has not really grown that much, but it's a baked product, so it's a waffle pan. So I'm like, I honestly feel like there's really no more product left here at all, and it's really just the outer corners. And so I don't know, I think I might try and repress this. I think I might see what happens. Especially now that I've taken my pictures and I've, you know, shared my update with you guys. I might do that. If I didn't say this is the Nabla bronzer, my goal is to empty this off. This has taken me so long to pan. This is a favorite product of mine. I tried to pan it either last year or 2 years ago. Like, I've had this for several years at this point in time and had this in multiple projects, and it has taken me so long to finish this up. I love this bronzer because it does offer a bit of a sheen to the skin as well. But I think I will repress this, so it'll probably look a little bit different next time that you see this. And then the final product to update you on is my Lawless Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. And I have been using this, I feel like, a decent amount. There's just a lot of product in here, and the component goes pretty deep. We love it deep. We do. But there's a lot of product in here. So my goal with this one is to empty it out. I do really love this product. I tell you guys all the time, this is such an interesting product to me because it does feel very hydrating on the lips, but it does also have that like plumping, minty sort of sensation as well. But it doesn't feel like it dries my lips out. I love this. I love this so much. I do have another one of these once I finish this product up, so I won't be without this. And if I didn't have a backup, I think when I finish this up, I would buy it again. I really do like it as a like prep step for my lips. So I did kind of push my finger in last update to kind of see how far down it goes. That's why I do have like a pan, if you will. But I have really kind of just been working my way through the sides of this now. And I will kind of be interested to see if you'll be able to see a difference in the side-by-side. I do use this quite a bit. I think this will take at least 2 to 3 more months though of consistent use in order for me to finish that up. So that is my update on everything, you guys. There's nothing new to be rolling in. slow and steady wins the race this year, I guess, with this one. But I would love to know in the comments below if you hit a pan on anything this month, or if you emptied anything out that you are really proud of. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.